said that you wanted to meet me. How can I help you?
Yes, doctor, I need some advice from you because I came last week. I couldn't meet up you last week.
I'm very sorry about it because I was very busy last week, so I only got myself available this week. So, yeah, how can I help you?
Yeah, thank God. I need to talk to you because I have so many things in my mind which I need somebody to voice it out, somebody to listen.
Okay, I understand. So, make yourself comfortable. Have a seat first.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it states here that your name is Sugunawati. But then, is it okay if I call you Miss because you seem to be older than me? So I think it should be respectable for me to be towards you.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's okay.
Okay. So before we start our session, Miss, there are some things that I want you to know first. So our first session today, so it will take around 30 to 40 minutes. So in this period of time, you must feel free to share whatever your problem is to me. It can be personal, it can be a secret. You don't have to worry about it because this is going to be very private and confidential. And but then I also have to tell you something that in case that you have this thought, or I can sense that you are going to harm yourself, or you are going to harm me or someone around this place, I do have to do whatever it takes to protect you or myself and report to the authority. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we start with our session?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you said just now that you were having troubles and you were depressed and you wanted to talk about something. So what kind of problems are you facing?
Basically, the first one will be my working place.
Okay.
Then after that, my family problems, some family issues because I cannot combine with my workplace or After that, financial wise, then there is and also the health issues.
So I can see that what I am trying to say is that you are having so much of problems. So according to the list, I stated you are having problems with your work, family, financial, and also health. Am I right?
Yeah.
So let's go one by one problems at a time. So let's start off with the work. What are you feeling? What's the problem you are having in your workplace?
The thing is with my superior. I feel he does not appreciate what I'm doing now, and there is some point of place I find I'm being bullied.
Okay.
That
So you
kind of, yeah, that's where I feel. Because my superior is younger than me. Okay. Basically, I can say he's about 9 years younger than me. So when I feel like that, I feel there's no respect for me as well. That's another point.
Okay, so I understand that, but you said that you were not being appreciated from superior, am I right? So why do you feel that? What act does he do that makes you feel that you are not appreciated?
I think whatever he asked me to, whatever the task he gave me, I try to complete it by the cut-off time, but still it's not satisfying him. He keeps saying it's not complete or this thing. Then although I try to complete it by the cut-off time, he still say I'm still slow. I didn't catch up fast or this thing. He find maybe they all think they're all young because I have other colleagues, all they're all of them younger than me. So they thought maybe I'm getting age, so everything been slowed down. I cannot cope with the younger version now. I feel something in such way.
So let's put it in summary. You feel like you are not appreciated or being compared to other persons because of your age. Am I right?
Yeah.
So it's like your superior is not appreciative towards you because of your age, considering your age, and he's pressuring you. Am I right?
Yeah, I feel something. There's a certain point of time I feel like he really don't want me to be in his team. So I thought. So basically, I'm feeling that he, in a way, he forcing me. Maybe I leave myself from the office. I mean, tendering send a letter, that kind of thing. But he didn't mention it, but there is a certain point of places I find he putting a pressure in such way.
So, can I know what kind of way he's putting pressure on you? Can you give me an example? Any situation that occurred to you? Any scenarios?
There is how to say, he asked me to do other colleagues' jobs. All he asked me to handle it, which they supposed to do it. It's not my task to do it. So once I complete, they're giving so many tasks, other colleagues' tasks, all I have to do it. So in a way I can see which I cannot cope. I really cannot cope. So I can feel when I go and explain, I go and say I cannot cope because my daily routine is really maximum ready. So I cannot. No, you have to do all this. So in a way, in such way, I feel he want me to just go off without that, which means it's not from his end to ask me to resign, but it's like I have to move out in my own decision, that kind of thing.
So, if I am right, to make it a conclusion, what's happening towards you is like your superior is trying to force you to resign from your job. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So, have you talked about this to other of your colleagues, or also the ones who is superior to your boss? Have you talked about all these incidents, whatever is happening to you?
I did give some hint to them. There is even my superior also. I did explain to them. But since my superior is directly reporting to HQ,
Okay.
so another superior, although but his title only is higher than my superior. Okay, but still whatever decision on my superior have to make decision by HQ office. So I can just tell what I'm facing to the higher superior, but whatever action to be taken to my second superior, the final decision must come from HQ office. So I feel I don't know how we're going to complain to our Singapore office, how to bring out this, which is I'm not a person like always go out. I think I feel I'm a bit timid or what, or give a way to them to bully me. And so I think I'm not a person that can go and voice out. So that's the main thing. So whatever problem I'm facing, it doesn't reach to the right person. So I'm trying a way who can help me to reach out whatever I'm facing in the office to HQ office.
You said you were timid and you were also getting bullied. You can see that very obviously in the sense where you are being bullied. So, can you tell me how you are being bullied exactly? Or is it the same thing like just now as you said that you mentioned that all the burdens of them are being passed on to you? So, if their burden are passed, like as you said just now, the burdens of other staffs are being passed on to you, do the staffs there realize that they are passing their burdens towards you, or they just are following whatever your superior is saying?
Basically, there's only one from one of that colleague is actually how can I put it? Is his favorite boy. Okay, so he really take care of him. So the other colleague, he doesn't feel anything because it's good for him. His colleague, the boss is taking care of him. So for him, he doesn't find any issue that all his things pass it to me. So in that way, and he like to do comparison. So which is, I don't know why he must compare me with the other colleagues or other things. Someone, whoever he come through in his life, he say, no, I have met this person, no, he's so good, so this, not like you. So he's comparing me with the other people.
So correct me if I'm wrong. So your boss is actually showing partiality towards you and that colleague you were mentioning about.
Yes, correct.
I see, I get it. So after all of these incidents you have faced, what do you actually feel like? What do you actually feel like doing? There's always this second thoughts in every human thinking that I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have made an extra step to avoid. For example, just now you said that you were getting bullied. So have you ever thought of what are the steps that you should be taking to stop that, to put a full stop to it?
Yeah, I supposed to brave myself, go and approach my higher authority, or make a call to my issue for the office or something like that, but which I didn't do.
So
Because certain place I think I need to help myself first. It's not rather than go and ask people come and help me. So I feel which is like too late.
I understand your silence things like
And he also like in certain places like talking more to how can I put it this sexual things. Okay, it's nothing to sexual harassment to me. It's nothing to that. But just like on story kind of thing, he liked to talk on his things. So which is there's one time for that part I did tell him, please can you stop talking to me because first I'm elder than you. Okay? So and it's not right place to go and talk about these things. So I'm okay with that because at least I put a stop on that point already. Then other than that, as I mentioned just now, I should break myself, move on, go and talk to or find a way how I'm going to solve this problem, how I'm supposed to reach out to the correct person to help me.
So you've known your choices, you've known whatever you have to do. You have this thought where you should have done this, but then what is stopping you? What are the incidents that's avoiding you from doing so?
I really need this job. So if anything, I'm just really afraid if I won't approach and help, I'll lose this job. And the thing is, if because I'm already going to be 50, it's not easy for this kind of age to get job outside all this thing because I have family, I got so many things to be settled, all this thing. This is where just now I mentioned I have issues in family. So all this, I'm so worried I will lose the job because I've already been in this job more than 15 years. So I'm already comfortable here. Everything goes well so far until I got this superior.
Okay. So from whatever you're trying to say to me is, I find it that you've been very, very hard-working person. How long have you been working in this field? I mean, this company?
About 15 years.
So, in this 15 years period of time, this is the first time you're encountering problems such as this?
Yes, after I got this new superior.
Okay, I get it. So, I do understand your problem is, but then, if you're thinking that your superior is pressurizing you to this extent, do you think that there are other steps that you can avoid telling your superior about this? Okay, let me put it like this. Do other colleagues from your workplace, do they like your superior?
Yeah, there is some, most of them, they don't like this character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's where I'm still stay strong because I still have some colleagues that supporting me. They did, and they also did go and approach him, tell him you shouldn't do this, all the thing. But I don't seems there's a changes in him until there's one time where the stage I really cannot go through because he asked me to take other position, which I say I cannot do that. So he forced me. I say there is a stage I tell him that now, man, this is not possible. I will tender the letter. So I can, that the point I can really see his face like, so like, wow, thank God, like there is a day she's going to leave. I can feel that kind of.
Okay. So from basically what you have said to me is that I find it your superior is giving you problems and he's also giving problems to your other colleagues. Am I right?
Yes.
So after our session, after 2-hour session that we've talked just now, and I find it that he also has a superior.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think is the best way for you to avoid a conflict between your superior and your career on the line? Do you have an idea of overcoming this, but then you can't do?
Yeah. I cannot overcome this, but
I understand that your position is very tough right now, but then what would I suggest is that since he has superiors and you have to, there's no options for you to go towards them without passing by your superior, which is your boss. Can I know what's the name of your boss?
Sashi.
Okay, so you can't pass through Mr. Sashi and to reach them, it's very hard, difficult for you. Why don't you try talking to other superiors who are the same level with your boss and trying to get help from them to go to the superior of Sashi?
Yeah, I think I should do that. So I did take a few steps to go and meet up with him, but I'm finding the right time to go and approach him.
So when do you think the right time will come? What are the key points that will make you think that, okay, this is the right time for me to go and approach them, this is the time for me to step up?
Because I find they must find out themselves that I'm in a trouble. It's not rather than I go and complain, they will think, oh, she's the one complaining, but I didn't see anything, any issue there or anything. So I really want them, they must know really it's what happening there. So when I go and tell, they will understand, oh yeah, because she come and complain because I've seen these things all happen. There is a proof, there is a supporting, I'm going through this hard time there. Rather than I just go and complain, they will see it's just a complaint. I didn't see anything issue from other. So when everybody's starting, now I can see other colleagues also facing a problem. So now I need to find a day, time, as soon as possible to then settle this off. If not means I really cannot pull through this.
Okay, I get it. So all this while you were waiting because you needed some proof to prove that your superior is...
yeah, then only it will be stronger.
Oh, so
if
you
not,
needed,
definitely our HQ office will be, is it true? There's so many questions they will start us investigate. It's not simply.
So it's technically you were waiting for the right moment for the supporting evidence that you need to be explained to your superiors. Okay, I understand that. So do you think that you have the evidence enough proof to claim your rights?
I think I already have some. Yeah.
So can we conclude that we've come to a decision that you want to talk to your superiors about this problem that you are facing right now?
Yeah.
But when will that exactly be?
So maybe today is Saturday.
Okay.
So I think by Monday I will meet up with my another superior, Mr. Pereira.
Okay.
So I will explain to him what I'm facing now.
Okay.
So let him make another decision how he going to voice out this message to the HQ team. That's the only option I have, the only channel I have to delegate this.
So you have a solution where you want to report to another superior?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So we have a solution for your work part, as you listed just now. The main priority was your work. Right? So do you have any other problems in your work other than this?
Basically, no. That's the issue.
Okay. So I think we
And the
found...
way, especially the way he talks to me, sometimes quite rude, which is I really cannot take it.
So you think that the solution that you said just now will put
Yeah.
a very will put a full stop to whatever he's doing to you?
I felt it. At least there is a step.
Okay, I understand that's a good move. I really feel like that's a good move, a very small move of yours. Okay, so just now you've listed this, now you have a solution for your work, and you have said that other than that you're not facing any problems, but then just now you also mentioned that you have family issues. What's wrong in your family?
It's not directly with my family. I mean, not with my husband, not only my kids, because that one
Your
is,
family tree is not affecting you, your main
Yeah.
family. Okay.
yeah, like the other siblings of my husband's side, all these
I
things. You
see. So which
Yeah.
means technically
Indirectly, I'm
they are relatives. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Very
indirectly, this is disturbing me a lot, and especially finance. They need so many asking help in financial wise to support them, all these things.
Okay.
But which this is I find, because it's not fully because of that only. Yeah, it can be settled, but still because I'm having a pressure with my workplace, all this thing, so I always stress up there. So when this thing the financial they are facing, so we need to support, which is I find I also already have facing some other, it's not fine easy to settle, because I need to manage my family. So it's just, so whenever we have enough, I need to support my family first, then only I can take care or give some help to others, I mean the relatives. But in in few places that I find.
Okay, I believe that you have a solution for the problem that you're facing in your work. Okay, but then just now you have said to me that you've also having some family issues. So what is the problem that's happening between you and your families?
It's not indirectly, it's all relatives. There's a relatives
Okay,
problem.
so it's not from your main
Yeah,
family.
as a family, I have some financial issue. Is another thing, because that's my family, my husband, my kids. Yeah. So as usual, everybody I'm facing that. So it's now I'm facing from some my relatives.
I see. So you are having financial issues from your relatives. So how is that?
Because they have financial problem.
Okay.
So they come and now they're asking help from our side, which is I'm facing some financial wise, I am having a problem here, which I don't need to go and tell everybody I'm having a financial problem. But now they don't understand that what situation I'm here, but they are asking for money, all these things to help their family. So which is I can't.
Okay, so you're telling me that your relatives are asking you for financial money and for their use. Am I right? So do you
Yes.
know why do they need those money? Is that for good purpose, bad purpose? Do you have any idea? Do they?
That's the thing. That's the thing now. Because I found out if they really the problem what they are facing now, the financial problem is really worth worth for me to help them is fine. But which I find they are just, how I can put it that the problem what they have this financial problem is not from the good deed. It's just like they go and enjoy, they know how to take care, all these things which lead them to go a lot of debts, all these things which end up now they cannot pay back. So they need this kind of support, which is whatever the support they want is quite a big amount, which I really can't help you. So this is indirectly stressing me.
So correct me if I'm wrong. So they have been misusing the money, their own money, which has caused them to fall in debts. But then since they are not able to settle their debts, they are looking for your help to settle off for them. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, I understand. So Do you share this with your husband that you are having this financial crisis, or do your relatives ask these financial issue problems or ask money, for example, money to both of you, or
To
they
both
only
of
ask
us.
you?
Both of us.
So how does your husband react?
He's not happy as well because we can't do much. And when we try to say we can't help it because our situation also very tight, which is cause looks like they are not happy.
Okay, you are telling me that they are not happy and they are stressing you out. Do they show any actions to show that they are actually stressing you out, like they are not happy with whatever you said? What are the
Yeah.
actions they show? Yeah, can I know?
Because they going around and saying that we are not helping them.
So you mean they are bad mouthing about you?
Exactly.
Understand. But then whatever they are saying, do you feel like it's true? Whatever they are saying, is that true? Whatever they are saying?
It's not that because we did help them few times. So it's, for us, I feel it's unfair. If I didn't help, so it's fine. They go in bad mouth and all these things. But it's really we can't help. Is that not we don't want to help?
So you are in a circumstance that you are just can't help them. It's not that you don't want to, but then you can't help them because your situation, if I'm not mistaken, because you have to take care of your. If I am right, you have to take care of your kids. Am I right?
Yeah, because the education wise I need to support, and I also have other things to settle, loans, all these things. Yeah.
So have you tried explaining all these burdens that you are carrying
Yes.
to your relatives?
Yes.
How did they react towards you in front of you?
It's something like they understand, but I feel they don't understand.
Okay, so that is why their actions were like bad mouthing and sort of like.
Something like
So you said that they were bad mouthing. How did you get to know that they were bad mouthing about you?
Yeah, because whoever they go and tell, they come and explain to us why you all never help them since they are having a problem.
Okay, I get it. So this comes to in the family part. I would like to ask you this. Since this is relatively to your family, why didn't you talk this out with your husband? Do you feel like he's not understanding, or because you came out to see me, right? So I just wanted to ask this in a concern where, is there any misunderstanding between you and your husband that is not avoiding you from sharing?
Not really, because whatever this financial problem fight we are having, so basically it's not my side, it's his side.
I understand.
So this is like how I can put it. I can put it that way. Although it's his problem, but end up it will be part of my problem as well.
I get it. So you are not able to share this problem with your husband because this is coming from your husband's side. Am I right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So did your husband come out with any decision that he wants to help, he doesn't want to help?
He already tried his level best to help them once. But keep repeating means it's quite difficult. So this is where I'm just worried I'll be having a very tight relationship with my husband later on. Because these kind of issues keep popping up, so there won't be happiness in my family. I'm just worried on that part.
Okay, so from your previous problem, which is from your work, you have explained to me that you were timid, you were shy, and you are someone who easily gets bullied. So is that characteristics plays a role that you are getting depressed in this problem, your financial problem? It's because of that characteristics you have. It's what's stopping you from avoiding these financial issues from your relatives.
Yeah, I can say the same thing. Because I don't know, because I cannot solve it.
You cannot solve it. Okay. When you say you can't solve it, do you mean like you don't have any solution to it, or you have solution like just now you have solution, but then you can't do it?
There is a solution. Okay, there is a solution. I already tried one, help it out. Okay, but the thing is keep repeating, so I don't have solution.
So for this problem you don't have solution. Which is what's the solution you're talking about? What's the solution? What have you done?
The first time they fall in a quite heavy debt, so we already tried to help them just get some money, some room, I have to help them. So okay, fine. Once we can help. But the same thing repeat again, I find is unfair because you know, then you fall in this kind of situation again. So which is how we going to help her?
Okay, so you don't have to put it, what you're trying to say to me is that you don't have a solution to help them out. But then is there a solution for you that you think that you can escape from the reality of you can't help them? Like, do you have a solution to avoid this problem, avoid this conflict coming and disrupting your mental healthness?
Yes, because it's relative. If somebody is out of this, it's different thing. You can just say, okay, no, I cannot help you. They will go off. But it's not like that.
Okay, I get it. I get what the problem is because are you very attached to this family that you just mentioned just now?
Yeah.
You are very attached to
Very
them as
attached
well.
to them.
So your bond, so if I'm right, the thing that is stopping you from saying out, stressing out is because of the bond that you're having with your relatives,
Yes.
which you think that you might lose the bond. Am I right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, I understand.
3.
So for the financial wise, I really need some suggestion from your side because I don't have any solution because they're really stuck on the financial issue.
Okay,
So many debts.
so it's like you want me to be in your position and think what
Yes,
would I have.
what suggestion will be?
Okay, can I know what kind of debt they are facing? Is it,
Yeah.
I'm sorry if they are having any alone problems or is it because of banks or something like that?
Yeah, mostly it's like loan.
So bank.
I think so because they already have this. They cannot manage the financial problem at all.
Okay. So if I was in your position, okay, let's say I'm having this family and they are in this financial crisis, as you said just now, where I can't help them. But then there's this organization called AKPK. They can help these kind of situations. Okay, because they can handle out with the bank loans. They can personally go and have some discussions with them, and they can sort of stuff that this person can only pay this much this month. They can reduce all these cuts, but then there are some disadvantages. But then since they are having this much of financial crisis and they have to be dependent on you, I think this solution will be the best, where they take a step. They go to AKPK organization and explain their situation that they're facing right now, and I'm pretty sure they will help.
Okay.
So the solution, I think
Okay.
will be very suitable to you. But do you think that any other solutions that might help you as well?
I don't really know.
Okay. And you just now you mentioned that you are having a very close bond to this family that you said, and you don't want to lose them. But then, to another point, if they are bad mouthing about you, do you think that it's worth it to keep a bond with someone who's bad mouthing about you?
Yeah, it's actually we don't need to care about them because we can't do much because it happened. But I need to try to avoid that.
Okay.
Then at least
I understand. Because, as you say just now, I can sense that you are also a very caring person, but then since you have no other choices, you have to face
Correct.
those mental stress.
Yes.
Okay, I get it. So now, as I hope that you have the solution, and you can try explaining to them in a very nice way, and then things can be sorted out.
yeah.
Right. So, and you also said that you were having health issues. What health issues are you good now?
I'm okay because and it's not to say I'm very happy because this work-wise I'm having this problem and come to family that we have this financial crisis, all these things. I feel like I'm going in depressed. I'm having a stress. I just worry this stress level will bring me to depression, all these things because I cannot control. I don't. So that's where I'm worried. I'm having I really can feel this stress is really going slowly to depression side. So
you
that's where I'm worried on my health.
So you said that you are going through depression side. So what are you doing? What are the things that you are facing? You mean you are facing depression and stress? So how can you sense that?
Because whenever I have this kind of situation where I cannot solve it, I really feel like scared. Then one kind of anxiety, scared. Then how to say migraines, all these things. Only whenever I think about this, which I can, because there's no solutions. That's the kind of thing.
Okay. So for the session, so technically your health is being affected by the problems that you're facing from your work and also from your relatives.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
So do you believe that the suggestions that we have just agreed with will help you?
I think yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so can we summarize our session for today?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so your first problem was because of work, and it's mainly because of your superior, where he was pressurizing you, and to resign your position as your job due to the main aspect is your age. Okay, but then you have come to a solution where you have to, you wanted to talk to your another superior, Mr. Pereira, and solve this issue out. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. The second issue that you were facing is because of relatives and their financial crisis. So we've also come to an agreement saying that you would advise them to talk to the organization which might help them. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Since we have the solutions in our hand, can we move on to the plan of action?
Yes.